It can be quite challenging to recognise that we could potentially be dealing with a narcissistic person, as they manage to find a way to rationalise or justify their behaviour or excuse their behaviour in a way where we perhaps feel sorry for them, or we believe that they were doing the right thing by another person. When it comes to narcissistic people, they run off the same 9 criteria in the DSM-5, which is that sense of entitlement, the lack of empathy, the exploitative behaviour, envious of others, arrogant and haughty behaviour, preoccupied with themselves, grandiose, a belief that they are special, a belief that they are superior, preoccupied with themselves and getting their own needs met. So when it comes to dealing with a narcissist, it's quite challenging to recognise that you are dealing with a narcissistic person. There are some surefire signs that you are dealing with one when you notice the pattern and you notice these behaviours within them. And one of the first of these is they just do not take responsibility for their own behaviour. They're always looking to pass the blame over to somebody else, find a scapegoat to blame. Nothing is ever their fault. Nothing is ever their doing. Always somebody else made them do it. They're always the victim in the story. They'll claim that if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for them, that people don't appreciate them, as they turn into the victim of the story because they're not going to take responsibility. However, in the manner they don't take responsibility, they usually pass the blame over to somebody else so that people feel sorry for the narcissist and blame the other person. When the narcissist gains that validation from other people that they weren't the problem, the narcissist is a lot more convincing because they actually believe in themselves that they're not the issue. Even if they did something to hurt somebody, they will find a way to justify of how that other person deserved it, or how they were doing it for the good, for the benefit of somebody else, or they were only trying to help because they want to gain the validation from those around them that their behaviour is just and their behaviour is right, and it's the other person who has done everything wrong. We all make mistakes in life. There's a fine line between making a mistake and a repeat pattern of behaviour because somebody is failing to take responsibility for their own behaviour. Narcissistic people, they don't see themselves as the issue. It just doesn't go in. If you've ever found yourself trying to explain to a narcissistic person how they're causing issues not only for you but also for those around you, if they're causing issues for a loved one and you're trying to be helpful because you believe that, oh, if only they can just see, then they'll adapt and they'll learn and they'll grow. However, when you try to have this uncomfortable communication with them, you'll often notice that a narcissist will turn it all around onto you and how you're the issue and you're the problem. And as you know that you're not perfect and you make mistakes, you often leave the conversation questioning and doubting yourself, or they'll claim that you're attacking somebody else, blaming somebody else. It doesn't go in. They don't see it. They switch off. They're not interested because to them, they're not the issue. You're the issue. You're causing all your issues and you're causing all their issues. They're either the hero or the victim. They don't do responsibility. They don't see themselves as the problem. Therefore, whatever side of the story they are telling to you, they're going to sell themselves as the hero who saved the day or the victim who somebody else took advantage of them. They don't take no for an answer. Doesn't compute. They are incredibly self-entitled people who believe they just deserve to have everything their own way, and when everything isn't going their own way, they take offence to this and they seek to then punish those who dare to stand up to them, dare to say no to them. So narcissistic people do not accept no for an answer, and they always believe they're right. again, they don't see themselves as an issue. They don't take responsibility for their behaviour. They don't accept the word no. So they believe that they are in the right, they are just. And as they actually believe this within themselves, they are so convincing that those of us who question ourselves so that we are able to learn and grow, those of us who recognise that we do make mistakes, those of us where we say, hey, would you like to come and do this? And someone says no, and we think, okay, fair enough, and go and do something else ourselves. But we don't get offended like a narcissist would. A narcissist gets offended when someone says no to them. When someone says no to you, you can just think, all right then, and then get on with your day. Yes, someone's promised to do something and then lets you down at the last minute. This is going to push some buttons within you, which is going to offend you. When it comes to a narcissist, they believe that they are in the right. So they are far more convincing in the stories that they sell to those around them, rather than somebody who questions, well, they did this and I did that, but then they did this, but I did that. So maybe it is me, could be me. I'm not sure. What do you think? Those kinds of people aren't believed as often because we're not sure of ourselves. We're not certain about ourselves, which in one aspect is a good place to be because it means you can grow. However, with a narcissist, they carry that confidence, and we're naturally drawn to confident people. There's a big difference between confidence in a skill that you have learned. So before we've done something, we're not able to do it until we've learned. You don't come out of the womb being able to play a piece of Mozart just like that. And even Mozart himself will have had to have learned and studied and practiced. And yes, he will have had that natural capability. Yeah, he will have still had to work at it. And whatever it is that we are good at, we do have to work at it to improve and to get better and make mistakes and fail and go again. Narcissistic people, they don't make mistakes. They were right. You made the mistake. You made them make the mistake. You don't control them, yet you made them do it. And they talk badly about other people because they're envious of other people. So they seek to bring everybody else down. If you compliment somebody, if you pay somebody a compliment to a narcissist, watch how the narcissist spins it to how that person had all the luck or how that person has been untoward in some way to achieve what they have. And if a narcissist is speaking badly of somebody, you better agree with them. You better dislike that person. Otherwise, the narcissist is going to be offended with you. And the cruel twist in this is a narcissist will dislike somebody, talk badly of them to you, and then expect you to join in the conversation. When you don't, they get offended. If you even say, yes, I see where you're coming from, the narcissist goes running to that person and claims you're the one that's saying everything that the narcissist said about them. So when it comes to a narcissistic person, some surefire signs you're dealing with one is they do not take responsibility for their behaviour. They do not see themselves as the issue. They're either the hero or the victim in the story. They do not accept no for an answer. They always believe they're right, and they will talk badly of all others. They will go all out to shame and blame people and belittle people. And they often accuse you of being or doing whatever it is they're being or doing towards you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, we do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.